Good artsy afternoon, everybody. Today we're learning about, you guessed it, color. Color is very important when we're creating, and it's actually one of our elements of art. The elements of art are the most important things that you can learn about as an artist when you're learning how to create and think and become an artist. The elements help you along the way. So the one that we're going to learn today is color. So what we'll need to create with today is a piece of paper, pencil, and some crayons. And there's one more thing. You're also going to need a bowl. How silly is that? Or a small plate. So you'll need to grab one to borrow from your kitchen, and then you can bring it right back here. And we're going to put it right in the middle of our paper. And then I want it to stay in the middle of my paper, so I'm going to put my hand right on top of it to hold it there so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to use my pencil and put my pencil right on the edge of the bowl, touching the paper, and start to pull it along the edge. And I want it to stay touching the bowl. That way it will trace the shape of it. If I'm not touching the bowl, it's gonna get all wiggly wobbly and I won't have a very nice circle. So take your time and go right around. And then when you're done, pick up your plate or bowl and whoop, there you go, there's your circle. Now the next thing we're going to need is our colors, our crayons. What we're going to be creating today is actually called a color wheel. So we need something that looks like a wheel, and we need our colors. A color wheel is going to be a tool that we'll use as artists to help us when we're creating with color. So you'll be able to hang it up on your wall or keep it with your art supplies, and you can look at it whenever you need it. So the first colors that we're going to use are red, yellow, and blue. And these colors are actually very, very important, and they have a special name. Does anyone know what that special name is for these three colors? It starts with a P. Primary, yes. Primary colors. Primary is just a really fancy word for first. So these are the first colors. And what that means for an artist is they're the colors that we use first to make all of the other colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our red, yellow, and blue. And we're going to put 3 spots, one for red, one for yellow, one for blue, on our wheel here. So let's start with red. And what we're going to do is right on top of that circle that you made, the line, we're going to draw a red dot. We want it to be nice bright red, so I'm going to really color this. Color, so it really is bright red. Okay, there's my red. Now let's pick another primary color. So how about yellow? And now we're going to turn our wheel and turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it. And we're almost going to put the red at the bottom. Almost to the bottom. This would be the bottom right here. But we're gonna let them stay right over there a little bit on the left side. So you can turn your wheel. I'm gonna do it one more time. Ready? Red's at the top. Turn, 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 turn. Almost to the bottom. Okay, now right here we're gonna do our yellow dot. So I'm going to take my yellow, and right on top of that line, I'm coloring bright, bright yellow. So really color it in. Okay, there we go. What's our last primary color? Blue, you're right. Okay, we're gonna turn, grabbing my blue, and we are turning our wheel. Turn, 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 and now we're gonna make both the red and the yellow be side by side, just like that. And then right here at the top, we're gonna make a blue dot. Nice bright blue, so color it in really well. All right. So with our primary colors, we started our color wheel. And you see how they're all spread out? That's great because we're actually going to need that space right in between to do our next job. And our next job is to use these primary colors to create our secondary colors. Secondary, secondary. I hear a word that I know in that, secondary. That has the word second in it. So primary meant first and secondary means second. So that means when we take two of our primary colors and we put them together, they are going to make our secondary colors. So let's try it. That's a lot of words. What are you talking about, Miss Mosh? Well, let me show you. So we're gonna start with two of our primary colors. So let's start with yellow and red. I have my colors. When we mix colors, we're actually going to start with the lightest one first. It's always a good rule to start with the lightest color first. So I'm gonna start with yellow. And right here in the middle of yellow and red, I'm going to start with yellow, and I'm going to mix my two primary colors. I'm not doing this one super duper dark, just a little bit of yellow. Now, a little bit of red on that new color I'm making. Here we go. Yellow and red. And what do you think it's gonna make? I'm starting to see a new color. Do you see it? What color is it? Orange, you're right. Red and yellow makes orange. Orange is one of those secondary colors. I'm actually going to take a little bit more of my red and put my red on it. Mixing colors is pretty tricky, so you can go back and forth between your two colors as much as you need to get it just right. There. Orange. Oh, that looks great. Hey, I noticed a pattern. Red is on this side, yellow's on this side, and when you put them together, we made orange. I have two more primary colors over here on the wheel. Blue and yellow, and I bet when I put them together, it's gonna make a whole nother color. So let's try it. Ready? Start with the lightest one first, yellow, and right here in the middle of the two, we're gonna start with a yellow dot. And what was the other color we were gonna put with it? Blue. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yellow, blue. Oh, I'm starting to see what it's gonna make. Can you see it? What color is it? Green, you're right. Let's put some more yellow on this. I'm layering my colors, one color, and then another. I'm gonna do some more blue again so that we can really see that green that we want. There we go. Oh, that looks great. Green. Perfect. Yellow, blue, put them together, makes green. Okay, let's turn our wheel again. Ready? Our last two primary colors, blue and yellow. I mean, blue and, what was this? Red. Silly Miss Mosh. Okay, blue and red are both pretty dark, but I'm gonna start with red. And right in the middle here we go. You already know what to do. Go ahead and do it. Color a red dot. Then put some blue on it. What did we make? I can already see it. Purple. Oh, that looks great, that purple. There we go. Put some more blue, just a little bit. That made a dark purple. Probably because those two colors are very dark. There we go. Look at that. Can you tell why it's called a color wheel? I can turn it any direction I want, and I still can see how when I put my two primary colors together, it makes the color in the middle. You know what? Let's take a black crayon and let's circle our primary colors so that we can see them better. And remember, those three are the primary colors. You can use a brown crayon or something if you want to too. There, that helps us remember those are the primary. Okay, so we have our primary colors and then our secondary colors. And now we're going to do even something more with the color wheel. There's so much you can learn with a color wheel. Okay, we're gonna grab our pencil now. And with our pencil, we are going to draw a line across our color wheel, but it needs to be in a certain place. So I want you to watch me first. I'm going to turn my color wheel, and I want yellow, orange, and red to be on one side, green, blue, and purple to be on the other side. And I'm going to draw a line right through, starting between my yellow and my green, right down through, and it's going to go through my red and purple over here, right across my wheel. Why are you doing that, Miss Mash? Well, that's because we have more ways that we can look at our colors. These three colors, red, orange, and yellow, they actually have a special name too. These are called the warm colors. Warm colors? What? Warm? Do you know why they're called warm colors? Can you think of anything that reminds you of feeling warm that is the color red, orange, or yellow? Is there anything that's warm that's one of those colors? Yeah. You know what's one of them? The sun. The sun is very warm. In the summertime, it's shining and it makes the days all hot. The sun is the color yellow and it's a warm thing. What else is a warm thing? That's some of these colors. You know what I think of? I think of in the summertime when it's night and I go outside and the air is so cold and it's dark, but then we go out to our campfire and the campfire is so warm and I get all cozy close to it because I want it to warm me up. And that has all three of these colors. So these three colors, red, orange, yellow, we call them the warm colors. Now, we have three more over here on this side of the color wheel. They don't have a name yet. Green, blue, and purple. You know what? Do you know the opposite of warm? The opposite of hot is cold. What's the opposite of warm? It starts with a K. Cool. Cool, that doesn't mean like, oh, you're so cool. It means like almost a little bit cold. Cool is like a cool, when you jump in the water in the summertime and the water's so cool. That's something that's cool. And look, that matches the blue on this side. What else is something cool that could be green, blue, or purple to help us remember this? You know what I think of? I think of in the summer when I go outside and I step in the grass with my bare feet and how the grass is cool under my toes. So these three colors, green, blue, purple, they're called the cool colors. Red, orange, yellow are the warm colors. You got it. Look at that. Our color wheel is getting really fancy, really quick. All right, I have one more thing to teach you about with our color wheel, and it's called complementary colors. That is a big word mismatch. Well, you know what? Have you ever heard of giving someone a compliment? A compliment is when you say something very nice to someone about something you like or something that looks good. Like, hey, I really like your shirt. It looks awesome on you. And that person goes, oh, wow, thank you. Complementary colors are colors that look really good together. Like, wow, that looks great. Like when you're giving someone a compliment. So I'm going to show you one of our complementary colors. You need two colors to be complementary. So I'm going to take my pencil again, and right here, I'm going to draw a line from my red to my green. Red and green are complementary colors. What do red and green remind you of? Christmas time. I think of Christmas when I think of those colors. And we use those colors for Christmas because they look good together. They complement each other, and we say, yeah, I love seeing red and green together. It makes me think of Christmas. Another set of complementary colors is orange and blue. So I'm going to draw a line from my orange straight down to my blue. Orange and blue makes me think of SU, Syracuse University. They're always the orange and blue. Have you noticed something about our complementary colors? What did you notice? Yeah, they're like straight across from each other on the color wheel. So let's look. We have one more set, purple and yellow, and they're straight across from each other, which must mean they're complementary colors too. Look at our wheel. It's looking so good. So when you're creating and you made maybe, how about a blue flower? And you want to draw something else next to your blue flower and you can't think of what you want to do. A great way to get an idea is look at your color wheel and say, what's the opposite? What's the complementary color of blue? Orange. If I put an orange flower, an orange bug on my paper, when people look at it, they go, whoa, that looks good. Those complement each other. Those colors look great together. So that's a helpful tool for when you're creating. I'm going to take my my black crayon and I'm going to draw those lines even darker for our complementary colors so that we can really see them better. There we go. So this is our really super cool color wheel. And this will help us for when we're learning about colors and trying to remember what colors might be cool colors, what might be warm, where the complementary colors and where the primary and secondary colors are. Look at all these vocab words we learned. This is really great art words, and they're very important for us. And these are great words that you can use when you're talking about your artwork, and it will make you sound like you know what you're talking about. So go ahead and use this throughout your week and while you're creating, and you can even hang it up on your wall or keep it at your table so that you can look at it. And it's a great tool for you.